Hello everyone, my name is Vincent Luis Calago and I am your host for today's video. And yes, I am here today to explain you all about the pictograph. Yes, it is, my friends and bros, but I will not explain this on my own. So I have my co-members to help me expound more about these pictographs. So without further ado, let's get learning. But first, I will show you the map of our adventure. In case if you are a bit confused, well, I'll explain to you the flow of this video. First, we'll go to introduction, next to history, description, definition of terms, step and procedures, sample problems, solutions of the problems, conclusion of the topic, then references. And since I already given the introduction, so let's head for the history. The history of pictograph will be explained by my co-member Justin Sencho. But before I leave, I'm just gonna remind you all to take notes about all the things that we mentioned throughout this video, alright? So let's head for the history. Yeah.
Pictographs are ancient images found in walls, rock, and caves. Prehistoric cave paintings are an example, but these paintings don't have a way to decipher because they lack a key, so the meanings are only a person's interpretations. The first pictograph were found date back to the Stone Age. A pictograph key describes what the pictures represent.
This is the picture, by the way, bros. Thank you, Justin, for your wonderful explanation about the past of pictographs. Everyone, I hope you are still with us, alright? Because we still have a long way to go. Hey. But now let's head for the description. The description will be explained by the Gamo, so let's get started.
Pictographs are types of graphs that use icons and images to represent data. It is known as pictogram. Pictographs use a series of repeated icons to visualize simple data. The icons are arranged in a single line or a grid, with each icon representing a certain number of units. Pictographs are frequently useful for visualizing data in infographics, reports, and presentations. They are a valuable tool whenever you wish to enhance the visual appeal, memorability, or more engaging data. When to use pictographs? Use a pictograph to show ratings or changes. We know that pictographs are great for showing simple proportions or percentage. Pretty much every site that allows customers to rate products or services like Shopee or Lazada uses pictograms to show the results of their customer satisfaction of their item purchased. 2. Indicate progress to a goal in a project status report. Pictographs can also be used to indicate status or progress towards a goal. Documents like project plans, product roadmaps, and project status reports can all benefit from a visual indicator of progress in the form of pictograph. 3. Use pictographs as visual tallies to summarize survey results. Pictographs are perfect for summarizing and presenting survey results. They're much more interesting than numbers simply placed in tables and spreadsheets, and they can help your readers grasp case surveys insights. A pictograph cannot be complete without the following elements. 1. Title. The title of the graph is often displayed at the top. The title makes it obvious what the graph is all about. 2. Images or symbols. The symbols are used to indicate a given amount of data. 3. Classifications or labels. The graph's classifications specify the precise type of data that is there. 4. K or legend. A K indicates how much each image stands for.
Thank you very much for your description, Mr. Gamo. And by the way, everyone, I hope you learned a lot today because we will still learn a lot. Yes, it is. There is more a lot to learn. So let's review our map of adventures for a bit. So let's see if what checkpoints are we now. Well, we'll already finished the first three, so we have six more to go to adventure. Damn. So let's not waste any more time and let's head for the next adventure. By the way, in this part, the leader herself will explain it. Hazel Nicole Backard herself.
So for the definition of terms, first is the data. The data refers to the factual information or the concepts represented visually through the use of symbols or icons. So data can encompass various types of information, such as numerical values, quantities, or categories, and it is used to convey specific details or statistics in a graphical and easily understandable manner. Next, the images or symbols. These refer to the graphical representations or icons used to convey information, concepts, or objects. These visual elements are typically simplified and easily recognizable, making them effective for representing data or ideas in a concise and understandable manner. Next, the classifications. Classifications refer to the process of categorizing or grouping objects, data, or concepts based on shared characteristics or criteria. Next, the legends. So legend provides essential information about the symbols, colors, or labels used in the visual representation. A legend helps viewers or readers understand what each element in the graphical representation represents and provides context for interpreting the data or symbols used.
Well, thank you for explaining these deep words, Miss Leader. Well, next is we have the steps and procedures. This part is explained by Miss Adolfo.
The different steps to make a pictograph. Step 1. Collect the data. The first step in making a pictograph is the collection of relevant information, which we want to represent. Once the data is collected, make a table or a list of data. Step 2. Select the symbol or images. To represent the data, pick any images or pictures or symbols. For example, if the data represents the rainfall for different cities, make use of cloud images or some other images which are relevant to the data. Step 3. Assign a key. While representing the data using the images, use a key which denotes the value of the image. Because if the frequency of the data is too high, then one image is not enough to represent the data. Thus, the numerical value called k is used, which should be written along with the pictograph. Step 4. Draw the pictograph. While making a pictograph, use two columns that represent the category and data. Finally, draw the pictograph using the symbols or images, which represents the frequency. In case if the frequency is not a whole number, the symbols can be drawn as fractions. Step 5. Review the data and pictograph. Once the pictograph is drawn, make sure that the images exactly represents data as well as the labeling of the pictograph.
Thank you very much, Kirill Adolfo, for giving your explanation about these steps and procedures of the pictograph. Well, the next is sample problems. I provided two sample problems that I originally created for the other members to answer it. So, Miss Catherine, are you ready for your solutions? So, Miss Lopez, you can now start.
So to answer the first question, what are the amounts of products sold each day, or how many quantities of products are sold per day, all we need to do is to multiply the key to the number of symbols plotted for each classification. So on Monday we have 4. On Tuesday we have 7 products sold. On Wednesday we have 2. Thursday has 8. Friday has 3. Saturday has 4. And lastly, Sunday has 6. Next question. What is the total amount of products sold in the whole week? So since we have already gathered the data on how much or on how many quantities are sold per day, all we need to do is to sum it up. So on Monday we have 4, Tuesday 7, Wednesday 2, Thursday 8, Friday 3, Saturday 4, and Sunday 6, which is in total of 34 quantities. Next question, what days of the week has the same amount of products sold? So to identify that, basically all you need to do is to locate or see which classifications has the same amount of symbols, or which symbols do align on the graph. So we have Monday and Saturday both have the same amounts of products sold. Next question, what days of the week has the least and most products are sold? So basically the symbols and the amounts of products are directly proportional, which means those classifications who has least amount of symbols also has the least amount of products sold. So we have Wednesday for the least and Thursday for the most amount or most numbers of products sold. Now that we're able to answer problem number 1, let's go ahead and proceed with problem number 2. A building in Mandaue City has 5 floors, and each of the floors has people living inside of it or in it. First floor has a population of 30 people, and second floor has 45 people, third floor has 35, fourth floor has 50, and fifth floor has 75 people. So before we can even plot our graph, first let's assign what will be the title, the image that we'll be using or the symbols, also the labels and the legend. For the title, we'll be using population. For the image or for the symbol, we'll be using this to represent the people residing in each floor. For the labels, we'll be using the floor or the floors which are the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth floor. For the key, each symbol will represent 10 people in the population. So now that we have already assigned the title, image, label, and key, we are now good to go to plot the graph. So on the first floor, since we have 30 people, that means we will be plotting 3 images or 3 symbols on the graph. On the second floor, since there are 45 people, that means there will be 4 images and a half. For the third floor, there are 35 people, so that means there are 3 symbols and a half. For the fourth floor, there are 50 people, so there will be 5 images. Lastly, for the fifth floor, there are 75 people, so there will be 7 images and a half.
Then let's head quickly to interpretation by Villarino.
Suppose a question is asked, what are the days of the week that has the same amount of products sold?
With the key given, one money bag is equals to one product. By counting the symbols or the icons aligned from the said day, we can easily interpret that Monday and Saturday has the same amount of products sold, which is 4. Consider another sample, sample number 2, in which numbers of people in each floors are given. The graph's title is population, which can be seen at the top of the graph. The key is one image is equivalent to 10 people. Labels are first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, which are the numbers of floors in the building. In getting this, we just need to multiply the key with the numbers of images that can be seen in every label. In first floor we have 30 people, in second floor we have 45, in third floor we have 35, in fourth floor we have 50, and in fifth floor we have 75.
Hence, by using pictograph, we can see that the given data becomes more visually appealing and easy to interpret.
Thank you very much for giving your explanation about your interpretation and answers, Miss Villarino. And now, let's head for the last part of our topic. It's the conclusion. Miss Moldes, you're up.
Pictographs, also known as pictogram, are types of charts that use icons and images to represent data, which can be easier to understand than plain number or words. When creating a pictograph, it is important to choose appropriate images that accurately convey the data being presented. The scale of the pictograph should also be carefully chosen, with consistent intervals between each image representing the numerical values. A legend is usually included to explain what each picture stands for. Pictographs can help highlight trends and patterns in data, making them useful for analysis purposes as well as conveying information quickly and clearly. One benefit of using pictographs is that they can make complex ideas more accessible and understandable to a wider audience.
Thank you very much, Miss Moldes, for giving a great explanation about the pictograph. Well, everyone, that's it for